Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We've got a good one on tap today, and there's going to be two quarterbacks ready to get it done on the gridiron. It's the Packers going up against the Vikings.
All right, Larry, it's one of the new jewels of the NFL, no doubt, as you get a look inside U.S. Bank Stadium here in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. First carry for Amir Abdullah. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Watch tight. Tight end right. Here we go now.
They'll drop the throw. Buying time to his left. They'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Hurry up, here we go. No, check, penetrate.
They'll set up to throw. And it's complete to Kelsey. That one good for 15 and a first.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 11 more on that one, and another first down. That's a matchup maybe they go back to their outer third of the field as this game continues.
Yeah, I think back to my high school coach, John Ford, used to say when we got big plays early in a game or good plays, he'd always say, foul it away, lad, foul it away, because he'd want to come back to it later in a key situation. It may come back to this one a little more often than that.
Did he say laddie or did he say lad?
Yeah, it just depended on what he was feeling at the moment.
Okay, I thought that was the guy you told me about. These say laddie a lot.
Laddie, when you heard laddie, he was usually in a pretty good mood. Lad, all right, partner, despite my eating habits, I'm not big enough to play offensive tackle, nor am I quick enough. But with the defensive ends nowadays and their speed, those guys have to be able to punch and dance, and it's a tough job to contain them.
Benjamin with it over the middle. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one goes for 24 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Let's go.
Back to throw now on first down. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with 3rd down coming up. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Travis Benjamin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. An update from around the league as our first one comes from New Orleans. An early lead in that game for the Falcons. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Throwing is Wilson. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. William Golston in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Third and long, it's Wilson. He completes it to Bryant. Touchdown, Packers. Martavis Bryant, 84 yards. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they design every play to score. I don't know how true that is. He had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
Fielded about a yard deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Trying to find his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. That's now a second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, Wilson. Bryant with a catch right side. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Everson Griffin in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Shift together here from the D-line. Now Wilson. Touchdown, Packers. Martavis Bryant with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Packers have taken the lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
This is fielded at the goal line. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. And now out comes Minnesota. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. He'll look to throw. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Fresh set of downs here. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football, and they've got it here with a first down. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And some room to maneuver. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Second down, Anderson. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Benjamin's got it. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Completes it to Benjamin. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Here we go now.
Back to the ground, Anderson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now let's go.
He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Here we go now. Green 39. Gone. No. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
Toss play. This is Anderson. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. He'll drop to throw. Forced out to, and it's a fumble. And this is going to be Packer football.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
They start the drive with Hyde. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
They run it again with Hyde. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Packers. George Kittle, his first touchdown on the year. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. And I think it's safe to say we won't call many touchdown passes longer than that this year, partner.
No, I would agree with that totally. And right now, you're looking at an offensive coordinator. Conservative would not go next to his name. Risk taker, definitely, because he valued the opportunity to create a big play against what could have been disaster if they end up getting sacked or fumbling the ball in the shadow of their own goal line.
Forbath out to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now out comes Minnesota. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. All right, here we go.
Here's Anderson as they begin this series on the ground. And he is knocked down from the side, right around the 26. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this.
Watch tight, watch tight. Tie it right, tie it right. All right, here we go. Detroit! Detroit! 3 down, 3 down. All right. Check.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down near the 42. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
Now let's go.
They pitch it out to Anderson, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. The Vikings in the hurry up. They're hustling up to the line.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw here. Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go deep into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Vontae Davis. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Bryant, the man in motion right. After the interception, here's Wilson. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
He's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Second down here after the incomplete pass. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. On second down, Hyde. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
To throw is Wilson. To throw on third down. Going to throw right side here. Complete. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers add on to their lead.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Elsewhere, a score update from New Orleans. And really pouring it on now are the Falcons. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And out now come the Vikings. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now let's go. 3-19.
They start the drive with Anderson. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. That good for 19 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. They run again with Hyde on first. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Second down following the run. Here's Wilson. And that one is incomplete. He just dropped it. But they're up big on the scoreboard, so maybe he can chuckle about later. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
In motion comes the tight end left. First down, a run with Hyde. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Again, it's Hyde. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now Hyde running right. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. So now it's first and goal. They'll run. Hyde trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's third and goal. The offense on third down, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is third and goal. Here's Hyde, third and goal. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Carlos Hyde, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Forbath out to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right. Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Again, Anderson. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
All right, here we go. Green 39.
Looking to throw. Going up top. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. The last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you, because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats?
Who?
You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
that is
by the time we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
And he motions the wide receiver.
14.
Here's Hyde as they begin on the ground. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. On the NFL scoreboard, they are in the 3rd now in New Orleans. And really pouring it on now are the Falcons. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses.
14.
They'll give to Hyde. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
So they pick up the 1st down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set.
Guys, double tight. Everyone's got 4 down.
Now it's Wilson. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. That one goes for 24 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group.
You got tight right there.
And the big tight end shifting around. Again, running right, it's Hyde. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
On the NFL scoreboard, they are in the 3rd now in New Orleans. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. On the counter, this is Hyde. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Here's Wilson to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. Play fake here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Another tote for the afternoon workhorse. It's Hyde. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 14 on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
In today's NFL, when you get teams in long yardage situations with your defense, you're really going to go to your speed packages. You're going to get smaller, lighter guys on the field in order to cover the expected pass. So they might want to run the ball against a smaller, lighter lineup with your big guys, and that's exactly what happened on that play. It was tough on them, and now instead of being in 3rd and very long, they ended up setting themselves up in 3rd and manageable. They've got a chance at a first down.
And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. They come up in an offset eye. They'll run for him with Hyde. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Carlos Hyde with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Packers continue to roll. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Forbath out to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
Hurry up, here we go. Following the penalty, Anderson. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Watch tight end.
Here we go now. Green, 39. They run it again with Anderson. And some room to work. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Handoff comes to Anderson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. They run the counter now. It's Anderson. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall. The Vikings on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now a give. Running right is Anderson. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It's good for a gain of 7, but still a few inches short here with 4th down coming up. Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. They come into enemy territory, and I don't care what the matchup is in the National Football League. You're up like this late in the game on the road. This feels pretty good.
Oh, it feels fantastic. Anytime you get a road victory in the NFL, that's a big-time accomplishment, and to do it this convincingly, that just tears up the script that every home team has, which is nobody comes into our house and pushes us around. They took care of business today.
Yeah, they pushed around, and now the final stages of this one. The Packers looking to get out of here with a win as they take the knee. The Packers on third down. They haven't been stopped yet. A perfect 7 for 7. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
We got three, fellas. We got three.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Green Bay, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the